Good evening. We now call this council meeting to order. We will be led in prayer by Madam Clerk, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a roll call. Madam Clerk.
O God of might, wisdom and justice, through whom authority is rightly administered, laws enacted and judgment decreed, assist us, we beseech thee, that this city council may be conducted in righteousness and be eminently useful to thy people over whom we preside. Amen. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Councilors Williams.
Here.
Morgan.
Present.
West.
Present.
Jacobs. Present. Mayor Kirkland.
Present. Move for the approval of minutes.
So moved.
I second.
Are there any questions? Madam Clerk.
Councilors Williams.
Yes.
Morgan.
Yes.
West.
Yes.
Jacobs. Yes. Mayor Kirkland.
Yes. This time we open the floor up for public comments on action items only. Action items only. Are there any public comments on the action items?
Mayor, there are no public comments on action items.
Thank you, Mr. Solicitor. Madam Clerk?
Resolution, the Council of the City of Chester does resolve that it does hereby authorize the proper city official to prepare the advertisement of the notice of accepting applications for the 2021 Summer Food Service Program positions for the City of Chester. Further, that it does hereby authorize the city clerk and other city official to advertise said notice in the Help Wanted section of the Delaware County Daily Times and to post said notice on the City of Chester website.
So moved.
I second.
Are there any questions? Madam Clerk?
Councilors Williams?
Yes.
Morgan?
Yes.
West?
Yes.
Jacobs? Yes. Mayor Kirkland?
Yes.
Resolution, whereas the City of Chester was designated as a distressed municipality under authority of the Municipalities Financial Recovery Act on April 6, 1995. And whereas the City of Chester desires to make application for financial aid by way of loans, grants, and otherwise under and by authority of the Municipalities Financial Recovery Act, Act 47 of 1987. And whereas the Pennsylvania Department of Economic and Community Development makes available loans and grants and aid to such projects through the Municipalities Financial Recovery Program for projects that implement adopted recovery plan strategies. Now, therefore, the Council of the City of Chester does resolve that the Council of the City of Chester is hereby authorized to make application for such a loan or grant under authority of the Municipalities Financial Recovery Act. Further, that the proper officers of the City of Chester are hereby authorized on behalf of the City of Chester to execute applications, agreements, contracts, or other documents necessary to apply for and to secure aid for the City of Chester from the Department of Community and Economic Development under and by authority of the Municipalities Financial Recovery Act.
So moved.
I second.
Are there any questions? Madam Clerk?
Councilors Williams?
Yes.
Morgan?
Yes.
West?
Yes.
Jacobs? Yes. Mayor Kirkland?
Yes.
Resolution, whereas the Chester Economic Development Authority, CEDA, has approved the submission of an application to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania for a Redevelopment Assistance Capital Program, RACP grant in the amount of $2,500,000 on behalf of Silvercare Real Estate LLC, Silvercare Nursing Development LLC, and Silvercare Subacute Care Incorporated, sub-applicants, for the redevelopment of the third and fourth floors of the south building of the former Chester Community Hospital, 2600 West 9th Street, Chester, PA. And whereas One of the application requirements is the submission of an executed cooperation agreement between the city and the sub-applicants in which the city approves the project and which obligates the city to reimburse the Commonwealth for any RACP grant reimbursements that may later be determined to have been ineligible expenses for the project. And whereas this matter has been reviewed and considered, now therefore the Council of the City of Chester does resolve, number 1, that the cooperation agreement by and between the City of Chester and the sub-applicants is hereby approved, and number 2, that the mayor and/or his designee is hereby authorized to execute the agreement and to take such steps as may be necessary to implement the intent of this resolution.
So moved.
I second.
Are there any questions? Madam Clerk?
Councilors Williams?
Yes.
Morgan?
Yes.
West?
Yes.
Jacobs?
Yes.
Mayor Kirkland?
Yes.
Resolution, the Council of the City of Chester does resolve that it does approve and order payment of a series of bills and refunds as prepared by the Department of Accounts and Finance and is shown on expenditure approval list dated May 28, 2021 and June 4, 2021, attached hereto and made a part hereof, subject to approval from the Department of Accounts and Finance.
So moved.
I second.
Are there any questions? Madam Clerk?
Councilors Williams?
Yes.
Morgan?
Yes.
West?
Yes.
Jacobs?
Yes.
Mayor Kirkland?
Yes. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
You're welcome.
This time we'll have public comments. Mr. Solicitor?
Yes, Your Honor, there is one public comment. Public comment received from Deneen Mosley, property owner in the city of Chester, parcel ID number 4910000447-12. Questions? On 6/7 at the City Council deliberative meeting, a resolution to enter into a project by CETA with Silver Care was introduced and a statement was made which I would like clarity on. If Silver Care were to default on the $2.5 million project, the city would be liable. My question is, why would we position the city to potentially be liable for a $2.5 million debt when we are in receivership today? Where is the benefit to the city, and should this project be structured this way?
You want to respond to that?
Sure. In order to induce economic development, the Department of Community and Economic Development has what they call RCAP grants. These RCAP grants require municipalities to enter into that type of agreement in order to award the grant. The folks at CETA, the city engineer, closely monitor the expenses submitted for the RCAP grant. The Commonwealth will not approve unacceptable expenses before they reimburse the applicant. So in order to induce economic development, that's a required condition of the RCAP grant.
Thank you, Mr. Solicitor. Also, just so, Ms. Mosley, the receiver himself would not approve or support this resolution if it meant that the city would incur this type of debt.
Last council meeting, Councilwoman Portia West went on record to state that she would be personally meeting with Mascaro to address city trash pickup concerns, and I would like to know if that meeting happened and what was the outcome, because trash was not picked up on 6/7 in certain parts of the city again.
This is still Ms. Mosley?
Yes, yes, this is a series of questions.
Yes, that meeting was held on June 1st, and at that time, we talked about the contractual issues. We talked about large areas being missed in terms of the trash pickups. We talked about recycling being missed and also mixed in with the regular trash. We talked about their staffing because they've been conveying to us, the city, that they're having staffing issues. And we talked about that. And then repeated rerouting of crews due to returning to missed areas. So say, for example, they missed Friday's trash from last week, and then they had to reroute, and then on Monday, they had to come back to Friday's trash, and then Monday's trash was started on Tuesday. So we talked about those things, and we talked about also some of the residents had been complaining about trash cans being thrown around and sometimes damaged. So there was a promise to get the routes, the missed routes caught up. And as you know, this week on Monday, June 7th, there was still a large area of trash that had not been picked up still from Friday. So they started off with a deficit this past Monday, and there was another meeting, a call meeting. We did a conference meeting on June 7th to discuss their noncompliance of picking up the trash. And so by Saturday of this week, June 12th, there's a promise on the table that they will have everything completed.
Councilwoman, I just want to add that at your request, I did also have a meeting with Mascaro today with the receiver and his financial team as well
Okay,
to address all those concerns.
okay, thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Mr. Solicitor.
Next. Next, can the mayor and council ask Mascaro to develop a contingency plan for when there is equipment failure and staffing challenges so these types of issues no longer affect trash removal and collection in the city?
We have discussed, as the councilwoman said, the contingency plan with Mascaro. Right now, we have one, possibly two trucks in our parking lot, just in case one of the vehicles may break down. They don't have to go back to their facility. They have a truck here so that they can continue the work of picking up the trash. Also, we are reaching out to our community persons who would like to be employed, trying to get some employment opportunities so that they might be able to work with Mascaro. So if you are looking for an opportunity to be a part of the solution in helping us clean up our city and receive a paycheck and health benefits, we encourage you to stop by City Hall and have a conversation with Mr. Eric Bain so that we can get those who are unemployed employed and helping us with our trash situation.
Mayor, I'd just like the community to know, too, my feelings on what we've been going through in terms of the noncompliance of the trash contract. I'm angry. I'm extremely angry about how Chester City has been treated by the vendor. I, too, when I walk out my door, can smell the trash in 90-degree weather. And I'm not happy about that because it presents an issue for all of us. I've also been in constant dialogue with the members of the receiver's team. Whenever, they knew about the meeting that we had on June 1st, and I let them know what steps we've taken, about the steps that we've taken, and what my intentions are in moving forward if there is still a non-compliance issue after this week. I don't want to get into that right now, but there are some things that mayor and council and the receiver's team and I have been talking about in terms of holding the vendor accountable. We've received a number of calls. I get texts and phone calls and emails. And I feel that the community has been extremely patient with us. And I want to thank you for that. I know that doesn't resolve the issue, but I just want to let you know that I am taking the necessary steps to get this matter resolved. And my expectancy is that we get it resolved by this Saturday, no later than this Saturday.
Next, the trash piles at several trash receptacles in Ruth L. Bennett homes were overflowing in the month of May and presents a very clear health, safety, and rodent concerns. What connection does the city have with this housing development, and how can we assure that all areas where trash is emptied by residents is consistently serviced, timely, and adequately maintained going forward?
Ms. Mosley, I've had the experience of going through the Chester Housing Development, the Ruth L. Bennett, and I see what you see. I see the trash and I see it overflowing. But that falls under the responsibility of the Chester Housing Authority. I would recommend that you would contact them as soon as possible. Many folks think that the city has control or contract over all of the various housing developments in the city, but we do not. We'll take our licks and our punches, but there are other areas such as the Ruth L. Bennett, and they're not operated by us, nor are there trash contractors service or working with us. They work directly with the Chester Housing Authority. So I would encourage you and others to speak directly to the Chester Housing Authority directors, and hopefully we can get some clarity and some cleanup.
Next, comment. I wanted to also speak to a comment that Mayor Kirkland made about interested persons assisting on committees and with planning being limited to local residents, and I definitely want to ensure that Mayor Kirkland and council consider all stakeholders in the city of Chester, which also includes taxpayers. I'm very interested in sitting on any committee or being involved with any planning around air quality, uses of CARES funding, and any collaboration efforts with Chester Upland School District. Please note this request for your public record and ensure that it is considered when planning is underway. I appreciate your attention to this matter and look forward to working with the city of Chester.
Thank you, Ms. Mosley, and that's duly noted.
That concludes the public comment.
Thank you, Mr. Receiver. Thank you, Mr. Solicitor. Any questions or comments from council?
Can I do my I'd like to say good evening, Mayor and Council. I have some good news for our citizens here in the city of Chester. Delaware County has an emergency rental assistance program for renters and more people that are behind in their mortgage and also in their utilities. They are asking the city of Chester, and they're focused on the citizens here in Chester about the funding that they have for rental and mortgage assistance. They will be here in the city. They're sending representatives here to the city of Chester on Wednesday, June 16th. They will be here from 10 a.m. in the morning until 2 p.m. in the afternoon. They are asking anyone that has problems paying their rent or paying their mortgage or paying their utility bills to be over here at Chester City Hall, and they'll help you fill out your application so you can receive funds for what you need. And they're really interested in it because they're saying a lot of landlords are trying to evict our citizens here in the city of Chester. So I am begging the citizens here in the city of Chester to come out, fill out these applications, and see what you qualify for. So I'm hoping I will see you Wednesday, June the 16th, 10 a.m. at their door, coming in here to fill out these applications so you can rest assured that you'll always have somewhere to live. Thank you very much, and have a nice evening.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman?
Sure, I'll be brief as well. As we all know, today was a very hot and scorching day for most of us, but though it was as hot and scorching, it was very exciting to see the Chester High School class of 2021 walk across that stage. Myself, Mayor, and Council attended the event, or the graduation today, seen a lot of great faces, old and young faces as well. So we just want to congratulate you all again. And right here in this facility in Chester City Hall, we also have some graduates. So I'm going to put these individuals on the spot, but they most certainly were able to continue their education at the next level. Anya Cleveland, Asia Pierce, Chanel Raisin, and Dr. Kiana Pettiford. So Mayor and Council would like to congratulate you all again for your accomplishments. So keep up the great work.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman?
Now, I made my comments.
Done. Councilman?
Mayor, I just want to make this announcement, and it has to do with a listing and locations, times, and dates of pop-up vaccination clinics. And these are one-day clinics. The first one is June the 11th, 11 to 2 p.m., 4th and Avenue of the States, ages 18 and up, and that's the Moderna vaccine. June 12th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., Chester East Side, 9th and Madison Streets, ages 12 and up, Pfizer and Moderna. June 14th, 10:30 to a.m. to 1 p.m., Chester East Side. I just read that, didn't I? No, this is
the
different.
second one.
Chester East Side, 9th and Madison Streets, ages 18 and up, Moderna and Johnson & Johnson vaccines. June 19th, 12 to 6 p.m., Memorial Park, 7th and Ingle Streets, ages 12 and up, Pfizer and Moderna. And this is the Juneteenth celebration that'll be in Memorial Park. There'll be a lot of people down there. If you haven't gotten your vaccines, that will be available. June 21st, 10:30 a.m., 1 p.m., Chester Eastside Ministries, 9th and Madison Streets, ages 18 and up, Moderna vaccine. June 26th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., Chester Eastside, 9th and Madison Streets, ages 12 and up, Pfizer and Moderna. June 28th, 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., Chester Eastside, 9th and Madison Streets, ages 18 and up, Johnson & Johnson vaccine. July the 10th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., 7th and Welsh Streets, ages 18 and up, Moderna. That's 8 locations, and then there will be one at the Chester Transportation Center, 595 Avenue of the States, Chester, PA, and that date is June the 15th. That's on a Tuesday from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. And this has been spearheaded, Mayor and Council, by the Chester Health Department. And if you want contact information, Rosetta Carter, telephone number 610-447-7700, extension 7955. Now, if you didn't get that, you can also, it's on Facebook, it's on the TV station Public Access Channel, and the Chester website, the event calendar. And I would simply urge those of our citizenry that has not been vaccinated to come out and get vaccinated. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Thank all of you, Council. Just real quickly, just want to echo the sentiments of Councilwoman and all of Council. We want to thank our citizenry for their patience as we going through this trying time with our trash. The goal is to get caught up by Saturday so that we can get right back on schedule. We do understand and we appreciate your patience. That is not something that we take lightly. We appreciate you having an understanding heart and as we move forward and try to get through this trying time. Also, I want to congratulate the students, all of them, the high school students, the college students, all of those who, of the class of 2021. Job well done. And we will let the public know that we will be having our open public meetings starting on July the 14th. That's next month, when we will be open back to the public. Hopefully, everyone will have their vaccinations, gotten the vaccine, and we can get back to a sense of normalcy. With that said, if there are no other comments, concerns, this council meeting is now adjourned. Have a great evening.